Hi guys, in this video we're going to have a look at the cool new features of version 2 for the NFT Maker Kit. So there was a lot of new features in the glassbox style, so let's head over here and let's go to the scene designer. So most of the new features are present right inside of the scene designer, which have got a whole overhaul, so a whole makeover in here. So, and here I already have an artwork loaded up in here. So let's go ahead and start playing with this and see what has changed. So first we can go inside glassbox properties, and right inside of here we can see that we have some changes. We have things organized a little bit differently here. Very easy to understand, so let's get started. First of all, you can add the glassbox like before. Then you have the a section named box size and position. Basically, this is where you would tweak the size and depth of the glassbox. Now you can do this in version 2. You can tweak the size and proportions basically of the glassbox and even the glassbox roundness. So this is the section to do just that. So let's see very quickly how this works. Let's rotate a little bit this glassbox, this artwork, so that we can see that properly. To do that, we're going to go to the composition named Tweak 3D Glassbox Animation here. Go to that and 3D artwork animation here. I'm going to press R for rotate and simply rotate a little bit the Y in here so that I can see. So let's rotate it the other side so that we can see the side in here. Perfect. So now let's jump back to glassbox style. Perfect. And to scene to glassbox style. And let's start tweaking this. So glassbox size, you can modify this very easily by simply tweaking these values in here. So this will add the X value, as you can see. You can tweak like that. And this would increase or decrease the Y value. So if we would like to make it, for instance, like a box, we can simply, for instance, leave this to 0 and reduce this number to something like that. And as you can see, now we have a different look. So then you have another option to increase glassbox depth. So if we make that, for instance, like 70 or something like that, or even like 80, you can see that now it's more of a square. So you have this functionality to do that. It's very, very fun to use, as you can see, and very simple. So, and then you have the glassbox roundness. Just like before, it is now found in here. You can make that with sharp edges or round. Perfect. So let's now skip this section for now, the add accessories, and go immediately to the display card property so that we can arrange this display card so that it fits correctly in here. So display card properties, many other features in here, many new features in here. So first of all, you have the card color. We had this before. It is now placed right over here. So simply give it any color like that. Perfect. I'm going to leave it to white for now. And now the next section is the same, similar to the glass box in here, to the box size and position. You have the card size and position. So we have the card size, which we can tweak. So similarly to the glass box, we can tweak its Y size in this case to make it more like a box. Perfect. So let's make it minus 500. And then you have also the card depth. So if we do something like a 60%, as you can see, now it's more of a box, as you can see. And you also have the roundness for the card in here. This is a new feature. Simply increase that to 100, for instance, to add some roundness to that as well. Perfect. So those are the main features to the proportions of the box, of the artwork box. Then there is a feature named Turn on All Sides. This is quite a cool feature. If we tick this on, you can see that it displays an artwork on each face of the cube, of the box in here, of the card. So And then you have another feature in here, just right under that, which is named different artwork on each side. Simply tick on that, and by default, it takes the image of the front in here. So if we go inside the place your media here, you can see that you have now, before you only had one place main artwork here, now you have one for each face. By default, it takes the one for the front for each face, but if we press this button, it will take artworks from each of these. So in this case, the left one, the right one is this image, so it is taking that image. Of course, I have already loaded these up with images, so feel free to add your artworks inside of these to display them on the card in here. So that's that feature, very, very useful. And of course, if we rotate this, so let's rotate this quickly in here, you can see that on different faces in here, you can see that you have an artwork on each face in here. Very nice. So let's leave it to around like that maybe. And now let's jump back to glassbox style. And then you have another feature named Add Artwork Texture. Now before pressing this, if you go to place your media here, you have a composition named Place Your Texture here. Now simply go in here, and in here basically you can you can simply drag and drop your own texture, the texture that you want, and use that. So I'm going to simply drag and drop from my Explorer a texture that we got from Unsplash. There are many different textures in there. Simply search for what you would like to use, and I'm going to drag it inside Organize Your Photos here to keep it organized. Then simply drag and drop it right over here, and press S for scale and scale it accordingly. Perfect. Now if I go back to glassbox style in here, of course nothing has changed, but if I go to Add Artwork Texture and tick that on, you can see that now the box is in this nice wooden texture in here. And if the card color, we make it brown as well, we can see that nice effect in there. Of course, it will still react to your color, so choose a color that fits best with your texture in this case. So maybe something, let's say something like this. Perfect. And in some cases, in this case, when you add a texture, it might be ideal to even turn off the roundness, the card roundness. So for instance, if I remove the card roundness, you can see that it fits more now the material that you have chosen. So perfect. So that is the Add Artwork Texture feature. Very, very nice feature. So let's turn that off for now. And I'm also going to turn off the different artwork on each side and stay with this for now. So those are those features. Now we have another feature named Add Accessories. So let's go to Add Accessories, and in here, like before, we had the metal pins, as you can see in there. Of course, they will adjust with your glass box size as well. And then you have the border. Now the border is positioned in here, and if we click Add Border, that will also adjust with the depth of the glass box. And of course, something cool is that you can even turn off the glass box and just leave the border. Perfect. And of course, you can give it any color in here. So for instance, we can make it like a gold color maybe. Great. So as you can see the border right over there. And now a new feature that we have, of course, you have the border thickness like before. Then a new feature that we have is the frames. So we can add frames in here. If we tick that, it adds the first variant of the frame in here. And then there's another variant, which is frame 2. And you can combine these two frames to create many different styles of frames. And there's also a feature to scale this and resize them accordingly. So You might, for instance, like to make these small, and as you can see, now they are small. Maybe if we turn this a little bit in here, you may be able to see this a little bit more properly. So maybe like this. Perfect. Let's go back to Glassbox style to tweak the settings in here. Perfect. And as you can see, this is a very cool way, a very nice way to display your artwork, and this will be completely unique to your settings. So, and just to show you how this works, if I go now to box size and position and tweak the glass box size, as you can see, the frames react automatically to that. Very, very nice. And even if we tweak the roundness, as you can see, the border, of course, will react to that as well. Great, so let's close these sections and see what else we have. So now another cool thing is the display element. We have revamped the display element feature with a hand section here, and simply tick that on, and as you can see, now we have these hands in here that help to illustrate your artwork. So to see these properly, I'm simply going to go to artwork position and hit S on my keyboard for scale and scale down a little bit the artwork. And of course you can place this wherever you like. So let's place that around there. Perfect. And if I go back now to the scene designer, I can choose different hands from here. So if I choose hand 1, you have that. I can choose hand 2, and you have different display elements in here, just like that. And of course you can tweak the position, etc. of the display element and the animation, just like before, just like we had with the column, etc. So feel free to play with these and create your own display presentation. Of course, if for instance this one is being cut a little bit in here, you can simply go to display element position, click S for scale, and scale that up so that it fits correctly in there. Perfect. And of course we still have the column, etc. like we did before. Great. So those are the main features that we have in here. So now if we go to the minimal style, we have some new features in here which are similar to the one for the glassbox style. So first of all is the display element. We have the option for the hand as well in here. So if we take that on, you can see you have the hand and the different options in here as well. Of course, one thing to mention is the display element color won't work for your hand, since these are in a natural color. And so let's remove that hand. And also inside the display card properties, you have the option to either use the same artwork for the back, or else use a different artwork at the back. So if you tick this in the back, it will take the artwork from this instead of using the front. So if you would like a different artwork on each face, simply tick the different artwork at the back, and that will be done for you. So those are all the new features. As you can see, we have made a whole makeover of the scene designer, and hopefully it will help you to create new things and offer you a flexible solution to display your artworks. Thank you very much for watching.